the last call, thinking that I know you're not sure. Make a long stop, ready or not. I see you, but I need to know more. What you wanna do? Cause I know we didn't dance, but I saw you watching on the dance floor. Maybe at the exit door, and baby we could talk some more. Oh yeah, you stand beside me. Oh, you're watching me, and the feelings you watch.
Greetings. Good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly Lunch and Learn.
In terms of business, if you have a dream, go for it. Pursue it. Work hard at it, because with anything that you want to do, it's going to come hard work. You know, if you don't put the hard work, if you don't put the time into it, it's not going to flourish the way you want to.
Maybe advice for anybody who's looking to start a business, like just do it. Start off small and then kind of expand. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, but like once you're in it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this long time ago?
Love you. Tell yourself, I love me too. I love you, Amina. Love you.
When you open your heart and your mind, you're opening up to your blessing.
Yeah.
Afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly edition of our Lunch and Learn. As you guys know, we are in Women's History Month. So for the month of March, it's looking like, I know this week definitely, and next week, we will be being joined by women in the community that are entrepreneurs that are coming to talk to us about their journey. Today we have Danielle Cumberbatch, and she's here to talk to us about starting a business from scratch. We'll be talking about her trials and tribulations, errors during her business experience. And Danielle is a sister who is not just surviving, but thriving with lupus. So come on up, sis, and let's talk about your journey to finding your business, your passion, and how, just look at that. I'm like automatically, the space has lit up and your brightness and your light is here. Thank you for bringing it to us today. How you doing?
How are you? I'm feeling awesome today.
I'm really, really good. Thank you for asking. So before we dive into like our Q&A, I want you to share a little bit about yourself, and don't give away too much. That'll go into the questions, but just share some things that you would love for the community to know so they can connect with you before we dive into our question and answers, okay?
Yes. I would love for everyone to know that I am very passionate about everything I do. I keep high energy, even though I'm feeling a lot of pain a lot of the times. But every time I'm feeling some kind of issue with myself and my body, I always just figure out something to do to keep my mind off of the pain. I start just making things and thinking about things and creating new things. I love science. So that's a lot of the reasons why I created so many different products, just through being intelligent and remembering things from high school and college science classes. And that's what helped keep my mind focused on helping people instead of focusing on pain.
I love that. Would you mind sharing with the community how long you've been diagnosed with lupus? How long has your journey been?
Yes, I was diagnosed with lupus in 2013. And come to find out, my dad had lupus nephritis, which affected his kidneys, and he passed away. And since he was diagnosed, I was already diagnosed before he got really, really sick. He had a heart attack. He also had kidney failure. His kidneys were at 2%. And he had to have dialysis like 4 times a week. Um, so with that said, I continue to take better care of myself. I used to be 300 pounds. And when they told me that every doctor I went to was telling me, oh, you're just too fat. That's why your heart is hurting you. That's why your knees are hurting you. That's why your joints are hurting you. So I took the initiative to change my diet. I changed my diet. I started eating. I started off with the ITEL diet, which is only vegetables. I've done that. I started fasting and I started exercising. I still was in so much pain after losing 50 pounds. So I said, this has to stop. I have to find out why I'm in this much pain. So what I did was I went to a proper doctor that wasn't going to just judge me on my weight and actually take blood. And when I found out, they telling me your body is full of inflammation. Let's take another test to see what is happening that you're having so much inflammation. So now this doctor, he did all the blood work, all the tests that I needed, and I was diagnosed in 2013 with lupus. Once I started a regimen of steroids, made me blow up again, but I didn't hurt anymore. I did not hurt anymore as bad as I could have been hurting. I also got the butterfly rash, which starts in your nose and then it spreads to each cheek. And that's why they call it butterfly, because it looks like butterfly. The middle is the butterfly's body and then the wings. And that rash is very painful and it peels and it burns.
Thank you for sharing that. I want to say that I have, when you're out and about and you cross, you're walking across people's paths, and you may not really, you may look at someone and see the condition on their face, and you may not know what it is or understand. But for me, I've never been a judgmental person in that space. It's just sort of like I had eczema really bad as a child, so I get what it is to have anything on your skin and it be that first thing that someone says. So for me, it's always been like, you just say a little silent prayer for that person, whatever their condition is, and that they're happy in life and being able to thrive and just keep on going, because you don't really know. But now you've given me an answer for something that I didn't have an answer for, so I appreciate that, number one. Number two, thank you for sharing so vulnerably and fully. May I ask, what was your dad's name?
My dad's name was Keith Cumberbatch.
Okay, thank you for that. We just have to speak names. He wasn't just a he was Keith Cumberbatch.
Yes.
And I thank him for gifting us with you. And I heard so much in there. I heard that, I'm part of a community that does a lot of fighting for Black maternal health, but I was listening to a live that was going on last week, and one of the people on the live basically stated how that she too has a form of lupus, and how this is not, how we're treated is not just a Black maternal issue. This is a Black health issue, and we have to advocate for our rights so much, because it's so easy for them to look at us and tell us about our size, tell us that we can endure this pain because we've taken on so much, and that we're this size. Meanwhile, we know the history of our food in this country going back from when we were brought here. So I heard so much in that. And then for those out there who may not be familiar with the ITAL diet, that is the diet that, if I'm correct, I'm almost sure, is related to the Rastafari community.
Yes.
Practices. Okay. All right. Just wanting to fill people in on something they may not know, just in case they were wondering. Yes. So, wanting to dive into our Q&A, how would you define what you do in the simplest terms? And we have your why, but tell the community, because I know you mentioned products, but let them know, because I also heard in there why those pills wouldn't work for you when you've done the work to bring your weight down, and then now you want to give me medicine. So I could kind of guess why you probably got on this journey.
Yes.
Share with the community the what and the why.
Okay, I decided to start making these products because, like I said, I get rashes. It doesn't just happen to my face, I get dry patches here and there. So I decided, I said, you know what? Instead of complaining about it, let me try something to make it work for me. So I started off making soaps. I started making this soap out of coffee grinds, goat milk, and shea butter. And what I would do is scrub the dry patches with the soap. And it actually smoothed out my skin. So I didn't have the flakiness and I didn't have dryness, after a shower. I also started using it on my face. And my face is very clear. I wear no makeup at all. I only put eyelashes. So those are not my real eyelashes. But yes, so I said, you know what? Any problem that I have with my health and with my body, I'm going to figure out a way to make it better for myself. So instead of me just using it on myself, I made it so I can share with other people. So I use simple ingredients in everything. I use absolutely no chemicals. Mhm. Okay, so no harsh chemicals. I make everything and I also use it on myself. I am my own tester of everything. And I have two special needs dogs and I love animals. I never tested anything on animals. Um, so we explained lupus already. And my symptoms to that include fatigue, painful joints, extremely painful joints, depression, and chest pains. And these are some of the reasons why I work so hard to create products that help people and their skin and their hair. I also came up with some fragrance ideas, and I actually make fragrances now. And I figured out a formula to make it where I only use water as the main ingredient. Everything else is all natural. I use a fragrance and I use a kosher emulsifier to blend everything together so it doesn't separate. Um, and that's pretty much, and I'm tired of buying air fresheners and perfumes and things like that that are not safe for my dogs and are not safe for us as humans. We don't know what half of these chemicals are that are on the back of the label, especially on the back of the label of Febreze, on the back of the label of the store-bought Bath and Body Works things. Like, you really don't know what's inside of them. You don't know what they're using to make this fragrance. So with me, the fragrances that I make, 3 ingredients only. Main ingredient is water. No alcohol, because alcohol is very drying on somebody's skin that has dry skin already. You don't want to pull more moisture out of your skin with alcohol. So those are pretty much the main reasons. I also make THC-based products that are pain creams and also a tincture that you drip under your tongue. And I had came up with that idea because while I have lupus, they keep prescribing me opioid medication. And at first I was taking it and then it wasn't making me feel good. It made me have one day I was out and I'm like, why am I so hot? I know it's too early for me to have the hot flashes. So I'm like, what is happening to me? Like, I was dripping sweat. And then I'm like, no. I looked up the side effects, and that was one of the side effects of stop taking opioid medication. It was like a withdrawal symptom. So I said, no. So now that is what inspired me to make these THC products where you rub the cream, you rub right on wherever you're feeling pain. I feel no pain. I can sleep without pain. I made the tincture. So, when you're on the go and you're feeling pain, you can drip it under your tongue and it helps with your pain as well without using chemical in your body. You don't want to use any chemicals that are made from who knows what. So that's pretty much why I've done the things I've done, because they help me. And I just want to help other people in similar situations.
Ashe, thank you, Danielle. So we do have a question before I go on to my next question.
Yes.
Someone, Ashley Watley, asked, what is the soap made of? And then she also asked, what is the shelf life of the products, being that there are no chemicals or preservatives?
Yes, I use citric acid in a lot of my products, and that is a very good preservative. And the soap is made out of goat milk. It's made from coffee grinds and shea butter. It's a goat milk soap base. Yes.
Thank you for that. All right. So my next question would be, in the how. So I know first of all it supports you, and I know that this question kind of almost answers itself. But everyone is not always familiar out in the community about lupus and how it impacts our community so highly. I know that we're not the only ones that get it, just like women aren't the only, and you know that firsthand, that we're not the only ones who can get it or who have it, but others do too. But we're mostly impacted. So how would you say your products support the BIPOC community?
Yes. The majority of the people that have lupus are Black women. There's a percentage of men, as I told you, my dad. There's a percentage of men that also suffer from the pain and the suffering of having an autoimmune disease that nobody can see. You can only feel. And you might look amazing on the outside, but on the inside, you're like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this. You're feeling depressed. You don't want to take your medicine anymore because it's like, it's not working. This is nothing working for me. And when is this pain going to ever go away? So I know a lot of us feel that way, and you start trying to give up. That's when the depression sets in, because you're like, why do I feel so bad inside? I look amazing, but like I said, you feel like crap pretty much. So I've created these products, like I said, because our Black community and our Black indigenous people, we all go through something. And if I can make you happy and feel good without giving you medication, I am more than welcome to help.
Thank you. So what impacts and or strides has your business made in the community, and what other strides would you like to make?
Okay. The strides I have made in the community are bringing my positive attitude. I'm always like a burst, like a firecracker. Anytime I'm a firecracker, and I try to make people happy. I try to make people smile. I'm always smiling and I'm just in a good mood, because that's the only way that you can interact with other people. Because if I walk around with then nobody's going to talk to you. I have a background of just being around people and talking to people, because that's the only way you're going to strive. You have to talk to people and hear what their complaints are. And if you can help. I don't believe in complaining. I believe in fixing. So if I once say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I'm going to sit down and figure out a way that I will like it. And I feel like a lot of people need to do that instead of walking around just with complaints everywhere. And also, moving forward, I would like to spread my brand to other people and let them experience having no chemicals on their body, and have them experience no dandruff in their hair, no dry scalp, no breakage on our hair, because a lot of us have that breakage because we're wearing wigs and we're wearing braids and weaves that are tight, just trying to keep your hair up to par. Everybody wants to look good, but you don't have to suffer with bald spots and breaking hair and damaged hair. So that's why I come up with a lot of things that I have. And also, like I said, my positive, energetic attitude. I always have that. And my goal is to make everyone feel good. And these are the strides that I hope to make in the future as well as now.
I love that. So what would you say are some of the challenges that your organization, that your business has had to face, and what would you offer to others who may experience the same thing, especially on this journey of turning something that's a passion into passion into a product? Or is that
Passion. Yeah. So a lot of my challenges came from depending on other people to help. Once I stopped depending and asking people for stuff, everyone, once I depended on other people, I stopped asking them to do anything for me. And the people you least expect are the ones that's gonna help you. Most of the time, it's not your family. So do not give up. If your family is telling you, oh, that's not gonna sell, why are you making that? Why are you spending so much time doing it? You're doing too much. And you know what I say to the people that say you're doing too much? Why are you doing so little? Step up your game. And if you know how to do something and you can share it, don't hold it back. Don't hate on other people because they're moving ahead and you're stagnant. If I'm climbing a ladder, there's a ladder for you too. And also, if the door slams on you, there's always a window right there to jump out of. Also, my trials, when it's crunch time, I step up to the plate and I met so many wonderful people. I've spent so much money during the errors. I burnt things. I have burnt things in my house. I've ruined pots. I have made messes everywhere, and the key is I spent so much money. So this is in the beginning stages because I've been doing this for about 3 years now. So within those 3 years, I spent so much money. And also going to pop-up shops, doing those events, those are trial and errors too. Because now when you go to them, sometimes you make money and sometimes you don't. And you have to accept that. Not everybody is gonna want what you have. And I always say 5 no's and 1 yes is a success. You got your point across to someone. Also, you have to keep yourself around positive, energetic people as well, because the sad Sallies will bring you down, and listening to them will just take away your whole spirit. So keep those people at bay, delete them from your phone, do not answer their phone calls, and stick to what you're doing. Also, if somebody tells you that you're a hustler and you're passionate about your things, you're not a hustler. Hustlers disappear when they sell you something. You're not a hustler, you're a businesswoman or a businessman. And you're gonna be there if something goes wrong with your products. Also, once I've done that, my creativity has blossomed like nothing. I think about things, and when people give me suggestions, I think about it and I say, you know what, I'll figure that out. Just give me a couple of weeks, but I'll figure it out. So the next, I have the people that help me blossom. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Thomas Matthews. I also want to shout out Miss Crystal Carter, and I want to shout out Miss Tasha Jean Baptiste, and also one of my coolest people, also a business partner. I want to say Miss Celine of Nailed by Celine Beauty Nail Salon. So those are the people that I least expected to have my back and straighten me out when I am doing things that are wrong. They correct me, they give me advice, and these are the kind of people you really need around you. They never turned their backs on me, never. And they kept telling me, keep going, keep going, keep going. And they are my helpers. they are truly cheerleaders for me, and I want to just keep having my energy, and I want to keep moving forward with that energy, and I'm not going to let it stop. I'm always going to be the person I am, regardless of what anybody says. Oh, you talk too much, or this. Those people, like I said, delete them, dug them out, keep them away from you. And it might hurt because these people you might have known for years, or they might be your family members that don't come out and support. It's not your fault.
You know what I've learned in that moment? A lot of times it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. It's not that you're talking too much. It's that they want to talk more and don't have the. I remember something that you said at the top of the before we even came on this side of the stage, and you said two things today that have definitely stuck with me, and I write things down whenever I have speakers here. Well, not even whenever, because every time someone leaves a gem for me as well, and I'm always so appreciative. So from you today, I got that there's no hustling your passion, which I've known that, but hearing it in that verbiage said that way, it hits like right to the core. That there's no hustling your passion. That I hear that we have to slow down. You have to be grateful, thankful, and patient, and know that when it's your time, it's your time.
Yes.
And then that one right there. Um, Girl, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. So
Yes.
it's unfortunate that normally the people closest to us are the ones that can hurt us the worst, because
Yes.
we'll take their words, but it's normally the ones closest to us that see us the most and know us the most, and they know what's there. And it's in the community, I mean, we have this thing that says, we say my sister or myself, because basically we're really each other's mirror images. Yes, we're different people, we're having different experiences, but under the core, a lot of times it's the same things. We all want to be loved on, we all want to be supported, we all want to just have a great experience in this life, I think. I mean, even those of us who, I don't know. Back when I was in New York, I took a training around the time that we were having a lot of the opioid and different. The city had started to give trainings for people that wanted to help on the train when someone was having an episode or something. And during that training, I got to learn that a lot of times mental health has nothing to do with chemicals, that it has to do with different life circumstances, and that a lot of them have to do with pain. And that a lot of times, because you said you don't see pain.
Right.
It's the person who's going through experiences. So you can't be in their mind. You can't be in their heart and their soul to know exactly what they're going through. So I have it that honestly, all of us, when you're born crying and you want to start laughing and giggling. And that's really what we want to do for the rest of life. But then we get handed life, and then we weren't all handed tools on how to manage, what's given to us. So I'm just so grateful that you're out here creating part of what is part of the management, part of managing your life and managing, and for anyone else, because I definitely know I want to get some of your products. I have arthritis, but my mama, since taking, I'm telling her business, so she got her COVID shot. Got it, all of a sudden, over 60, rheumatoid arthritis. And I watched my nana with that my whole entire life, and my great grandma, and saw them with their replacements and body part replacements. And now watching her endure this pain when she's always been like the biggest firecracker in my life, the person that did the most, like you just turn around, my mother's on top of the fridge, like reaching, and it's just like, lady, you could have asked me to help you. You could have she's climbing, and this was at like 50 something still. Right. So to see her now here in this chronic pain, I'm definitely going to be reaching out for the tincture for her to try. And yeah, so I'm grateful for you.
Thank you so much.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
The next question is, what do you need? Like, what are your next steps? What do you need to make them happen? And how can the community support you?
Yes. I already do this. I put my life in God's hands. Once you believe in a higher power than yourself, and you're not selfish, you're selfless, and you also humble yourself, things just start falling into place. I am one that experienced this. I experienced this. And once, like I said, I deleted the people that did not mean me well. And once I did that, things just trickled into place. Also, you just have to stay focused. Once you just focus completely on that, because I work a strenuous job. I work 16 hours sometimes a day, 4 to 3 days a week. And I also continue to make these products. So I step up myself. I have to challenge myself more. And I feel like people should challenge yourself more. And once you do that, there's nothing that can stop you. I also believe as well as taking pride in your products, because if you do not take pride in it, nobody else is. Nobody else is going to take pride in you. You have to be proud of yourself, because not every person is going to say, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." You can't look for that. And once you stop looking for that and you look into yourself and you look for God, those are the only things that matter. Also, and like I said before, it's the same thing like um hustling. We're not hustling anybody. Also, like I said, 5 no's and 1 yes is a success. Also, 1 second, please. Let me just refresh my memory. Also, I say that always take the advice of other people. Only goal-oriented people take their advice. Because if you take advice from someone that just shrugs their shoulders off and they just, meh, then you can't talk to them. Don't talk to them. And like I said before, the criticism, you can't, it's not criticism. It's helpful. And also, you have to learn from your mistakes. Once you make a mistake, a oops, sit down, recoup, and then start over. And once you do that, you say, I got that. I got that. I got it.
That part. I love it. I love it. So I know that we definitely had Z join us today. Thanks for joining us today. And she did have a message for you up there. Can you pop that up for us, please, Michelle? My mind is like, I don't want to move on without right there. So she said that her mother has had lupus and that she's praying for your expedient return to optimum health.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Z.
I definitely could not go back to that. So I do have a question for you, and this is our trademark question. What does Juneteenth mean to you?
It means a lot to me. You know, it took us all this time to come together and celebrate being Black, being who we are, celebrating our culture, celebrating our hair. We can wear, now they made a law where they can't tell you can't have your hair a certain way. Also, I just seen a question there. What's the shelf life of my products? The shelf life of my products is about a year. It's pretty much a year. So there's nothing that's going to go bad in it, you know, but everything has a shelf life. And since it's all natural herbs and stuff in there, you know, herbs, they start losing their potency. So I would say 1 year is the shelf life of them. Even though it's not going to mold, it's not going to be, but you don't want to lose the potency of the ingredients that are in the products. And Juneteenth, backtrack. Juneteenth, you know, it's a big celebration. You know, we get tired of just celebrating what they tell us to celebrate. Independence Day, they're forcing us to celebrate that. Now we need, like they gave us, now it's a government holiday, official holiday, and we can all just embrace each other and share what we know and share products and share food and share health and share help with each other and share success. And that's what it means to me. Just to be open and able to express ourselves with our dance, with our culture, with our hairstyles, with the way we dress, and that is the reason why I really like Juneteenth. And that's what it means to me.
Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate you coming to join us so much today. Allison said that's great. I agree with you, Allison. I was like, a year? That's not bad at all. I was in my mind. I don't know what I was thinking was in there, yogurt or something. I was like, what is it, 2 to 3 months? It's going to be there. It's going to start like, and you literally answered every question or thought that had popped up in my head. I remember one time I had a skin something that had to stay in the fridge, and that was what happened to it. I actually opened it up and had kind of forgotten it was in there, and it had molded on the top. So yeah, definitely thank you so much for sharing that. But
welcome.
I have you here with us today.
Yes.
And if I'm correct, you're vending with us for Juneteenth?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Before we depart today, can you let the community know which day you'll be there so they know where to find you if they want to see you there? And you mentioned to me about being somewhere on Saturdays. Can you tell us?
Yes, I'm going to be at Connecticut Post Mall in Connecticut, 1201 Boston Post Avenue. Boston. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
I think it's
Let me
Boston.
not get this messed up. Let me not mess up anything. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I'm so sorry. I wasn't prepared for that.
That's okay.
1 second. And then while I'm taking the second, I also would just like to show my products too. I'll show some of them, but just give me 1 second. Here we go. It's Connecticut Post Mall, 1201 Boston Post Road, Milford, Connecticut. That's where I'm gonna be every Saturday, selling and explaining things to people and teaching them ways to help their hair and use fragrances, and also 1 second again. 1 second. I'm sorry for the delay.
Okay. I'll just share in the meantime. I can share. I'll hold space for you while you look for what you're looking for and see. Yes, it is like it's literally our Independence Day. You're so right. And it's your birthday. Oh, girl. I hope you're going
Happy birthday.
Be in New York with us that weekend.
Okay, and I'm going to be with the Juneteenth Festival on June 17th. The actual Juneteenth day is the 19th, and we are being celebrated. We get paid on that day for that holiday, which is very exciting. To have a holiday that's for us that we get paid for as well.
Okay, so I got that. That's the Saturday, so you'll be out in Gershwin Park.
Yes.
Saturday. All right, community, you heard that. You can see Danielle and her products and pick her brain, ask her any questions. Before I wrap us up completely, she's going to show us her products and bring them closer to the screen so we can get a look at what they look like and how they're packaged.
Yes. So now I have this is my hair oil. I call it Bashara Chad Beauty because the herbs I use are from Chad, and the herb is called chibi. So I use that herb, and I also use another herb from East India. If you Google Bashara Chad, it's gonna come up, and you're gonna see these beautiful women, and they have hair all the way down because their hair doesn't break. And also I use Berinja, which is an herb from East India. That herb, you know how the East Indians, they shave their children's hair bald, and then they put that on their hair. And once they put that on their hair, the hair grows, and they cut the hair and sell it. And that's how we get these bundles. because they're using this herb to refresh the scalp. It helps with dandruff as well. It helps with your hair growing strong. I will not say that this is a hair growth product. It's an anti-breakage product. And comes with anti-breakage is longer hair. So these are the ingredients that I have on there, if you can see. And all of these ingredients are all natural. There's nothing in here that's going to damage your scalp, because trust me, I would not use anything that damages my scalp. So this is my hair oil. I also make a fragrance, and it's called Anywhere Fragrances. I have 9 scents that I use, and the ingredients are on the back as well. If you can see the ingredients, in the directions. And like I said, 3 ingredients. My ingredients are purified water, excuse me, it's swirling around. My ingredients are filtered water, African natural fragrance, and an emulsifier, which is kosher polysorbate 80. So I have 9 scents, and the scents are Powder Fresh. That's what this one is. Powder Fresh, Lavender and Vanilla, The Sands, Starlight Mint. I lose track. Powder Fresh, Lemon Fresh, Coconut Bliss, Paradise, Frankincense and Myrrh. And what am I up to? What number? 7. Okay. 8 is fresh linen. And 9, I always forget 9. It's always that. Did I say lemon fresh? Yes. Say coconut. And the sands. There we go. And the most popular one with the ladies is the lavender and vanilla. After you get out of the shower, you can spray it on yourself. When you go into your bed, you can spray it on your pillows, and you'll smell delicious. And those are the fragrances that I make, and I keep everything pure and natural. Also, here's the tincture. The tincture is here. There's actually some in there. And the ingredients I put in here are organic grapeseed oil. I press the THC marijuana, and I let it set for months so it can be as potent as possible. And I use an organic peppermint oil to, dull the taste and make it taste a little better. Like I said, I use this because of my pain. And since I have this pain and I don't want to, like I said, take all this medication and all these things, I just want to feel my energetic self. I want to be able to move and groove. So this is really good. Also, this is the pain balm here. The pain balm is here. And the ingredients in this one are cocoa butter, THC oil that I make with grapeseed, magnesium, and polysorbate, which is kosher. I add a little bit of peppermint oil as well to help with the scent. And those are my 4 products as of now. I have another venture that I'm stepping into, which is bonnet-free zone. I cannot stand bonnets. They look horrible. And you don't want to look like you're rolling out of the bed and you just got to go to the supermarket. So I'm going to just put this bonnet. No, I made an alternative to that. And I made the prototypes already, but I'm going to have that ready within the next month. Nice. I'm going to have it ready, and I do not want to see these ladies with bonnets on. Take the bonnet off. It's a bonnet-free zone. Even if you're going on the airplane, take the bonnet off. Buy my stuff because it'll make you look way better.
I'm so looking forward to what it is. I'm like, right now you have me intrigued, and I'm just like,
I have a
I
question.
haven't jumped on the bonnet wave, but it doesn't really bother me. But at the same time, I can't really get with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to see my face with a bonnet. I'd rather put on a cap.
Yes. But you can put the cap and have these hanging out like this, and you'll look put together. And Miss Z, not yet. I don't have a website as of yet, but I do mail orders. So if you would like, you can go to my Gmail, or you can DM me at Danny _lovinghands_DC, and then we can talk about, if you would like to buy something. I appreciate your question, and I'm working on the website now.
I love it. Well, thank you, Danielle. It's been an absolute pleasure being in your company today, and you were just so informative. So thank you so much for coming with it all and bringing it all to the table. And I look forward to you coming back and showing us what that product is.
I'm gonna come back, and I could show you a prototype. I'll show you one.
Yeah, let's see. I'm like, let us see. Let us get the idea. She's going to show us what the no bonnet zone looks like, ladies.
No bonnet zone.
And it's out there.
This is the no bonnet zone. And now I'm going to put it on. Okay. You can see? Okay. This is no bonnet zone. Right here. So now I'm going to show you what I do with no bonnet zone. Here's my mannequin. Let me raise the mannequin up a little bit. Now this puppy don't want to raise up, so I'm going to put it on and then just I'm going to put it on her. Okay, here we go. I'll put her on the chair. So how this is going to work is you're going to put this like so, which I told you the top is open. So you're going to put this as so, Velcro it, move it up a little bit. Hey, don't fall down. I guess her head is too small.
She said, I don't have the ears and all that good stuff to catch it.
Okay, here we go. It's some mess. All right, here we go. It's, like I said, prototypes.
I get the
we put her on like that.
And then throw your baseball cap. You ready?
Throw the hat on. Now you have hair instead of a bonnet. Can we all see her? Wait, you're tipping over, girlfriend. So now you have hair. Like I said, this is only a prototype. This is only a prototype. So this is what we're going to do without wearing a bonnet. So now you have luscious long braids, and you're not outside looking like you rolled out of bed.
I love it. And for those who have their fancy bonnets that don't really look like they rolled out the bed, but look like they definitely intentionally came out that way, they have options.
Yes.
They have
we all have an option.
I love
to look our best and feel our best.
Ashe.
And if, right. There we go. Now you look cute.
Adorable. Adorable. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for just going all the way there and showing us what you got going on. I appreciate it so much. You could have definitely kept that in the bag and not share with us.
Right.
But you have me waiting for the actual product to come out. And I look forward to connecting with you. I'm going to follow you on Instagram, and I hope everybody else out there does as well. Your information has been dropped into the comments, which will make it a lot easier for everyone to copy and paste. And thank you. And I can't wait to meet you in person.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate you. Jamie, you are the best.
Well, man, thank you so much. I'm just so honored to be a part of an amazing team that allows for all of this to be. So I will see you in the back, and I will see you on the 17th of June.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate all the questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was an amazing interview. I really enjoyed Danielle's energy. I hope you guys did too. Thanks for being here with us. Next week, we will have Vanessa Sowell-Skeeter, and she will be sharing about what she does and how she came to have her small business called So Well Designed Inc. Just reminding you all that it is Women's History Month and that the women will be bringing their A games this month, all month long. So come back and check us out. And if you haven't, and if you're interested, please, please, please know that our vendors registration is still open for the weekend of Juneteenth. We're still looking for some food trucks for the Sunday out in Prospect Park. We're looking for vendors for both days, for Saturday and Sunday. I believe maybe a few more slots for the Friday virtual as well. And also performers and models. And thanks for being here with us today. And I look forward to seeing you again next week.
The last call, thinking that I know you're not sure. Make a long stop, ready or not. I see you, but I need to know more. What you wanna do? Cause I know we didn't dance, but I saw you watching on the dance floor. Maybe at the exit door, and maybe we could talk some more. Oh, yeah. You stand beside me. Oh, no. You're watching me, and I feel it. Greetings. Good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly Lunch and Learn.
In terms of business, if you have a dream, go for it. Pursue it. Work hard at it, because with anything that you want to do, it's going to come hard work. You know, if you don't put the hard work, if you don't put the time into it, it's not going to flourish the way you want to.
Maybe advice for anybody who is looking to start a business, like, just do it. Start off small and then kind of expand. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, but like once you're in it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this long time ago?
Love you. Tell yourself, I love me too. I love you, Amina. Love you.
When you open your heart and your mind, you're opening up to your blessing.
Yeah.